Hey everyone, it's your friend Thing Noodles, and welcome to my snapshot video for the first snapshot for Minecraft 1.7, and it is amazing, and it's so cool that I want to show you guys how to do it, because I know that I'm going to get a ton of questions in the comment, how do I install this? So bring up Minecraft, click New Profile, and then create a new profile. I'll just call it copy of snapshot because I already have one for the snapshot. And with the resolution, you can set it however you want. I normally have mine at 1920 by 1080. And right here, what you want to do is enable experimental development versions. And it says, are you sure? Yes. And then you can go up here, use latest version or a snapshot, 13W36A. Let's just do snapshot, but you can do use latest version. It'll always download the latest version, and then click save profile. And then when you want to play the snapshot, just do copy of snapshot, or you can just change it to whatever you want, 1080p, or snapshot, or Forge if you have Forge, and just click play. And then it'll bring up Minecraft, and there you go, Minecraft 13W36A. And we're going to create a new world because I want to show you something else that you can do. There's a new type, and we'll just call this extreme because you'll see why in a second. Go to more world options, right? And you can allow cheats. Actually, I'll put it on creative. So allow cheats on. And what you want to do here is change your world type from default, super flat, large biomes to amplify. Notice just for fun requires a beefy computer. So if your Minecraft normally runs slow, may not want to do this, but it's really, really cool. And I suggest you at least try it. So let's create the new extreme world and check this out, guys. This is amazing. I want them to include some of this in the regular terrain generation, but here we go. Check this out. And this is just randomly generated, and yes, it is a little bit laggy for me. Yeah. And that's only because I'm recording. When I actually play it when I'm not recording, it really isn't that terrible. But check this out, guys. The terrain generation on this is spectacular. I mean, it's like, look at this. I mean, oh, man. So let's let that load a little bit. Now, this is just an experimental type of thing. And wow, mine's about to crash. It does work a lot better when you're not recording, and I'm getting extreme frame rate lag, but we'll let that load. We'll let some of the chunks load, and once they're loaded, we should be fine, because let's see what my frame rate is. There it goes. It's back up to 60, so it's loading the far chunks. I have it. Oh, look. Well, that's an interesting place for a village. We'll go check that out in a second. Let's see if we can manage that. And as you can see, we're at cloud level right now. We're already at y equals 125, and it even generates the villages up here, which is pretty cool. And we're just in a plains biome, guys. I mean, it's not an extreme hills, it's a plains biome, but I mean, we get structures generated all the way up to max world height, which is, as you guys know, 256. So it will generate them all the way up to that level or near it. As you can see, we're at 242 here. And yeah, it is so awesome. And it's interesting that a village was right there. Now, if we use this same seed in a non-extreme mode, it will be the same biomes, but it'll be generated on a flat surface or more flat surface, because you know this is supposed to be, well, this is extreme hills, but some of it's supposed to be what do you call it, plains and things like that. But what I'll do is I'll wait a second until all this loads and then let you guys see the whole thing. Okay, guys, most of it has loaded and it unloaded where we were, but check this out. I mean, look at this. This is awesome. You go in here, there's like a waterfall from up above, and then there's this cave that you can go through in 3 sides. And I mean, look at this, guys, and you get the clouds that are sort of cutting off the top. I mean, this should be, I mean, if they can manage to make it more computer and processor friendly, this should be default terrain generation in Minecraft. It is so awesome. And I think all it does is amplify the Y values that it would normally have. But I mean, look at these amazing waterfalls and just, oh man, I mean, it's like, this is definitely like modded terrain generation for sure, that you guys have seen, I'm sure, before, but this is default vanilla Minecraft in 1.7, and it is just Awesome. So let's go into regular terrain generation. And I can show you guys, it actually has decent terrain generation there as well. It's not to this extreme and this kind of, you know, sky level beauty, but it's close. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the noodle sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Awimboe. You guys, this is my pride rock right here in the savannah. And this is just a standard savannah biome. I'm not really sure why it generated like this, but that's part of the random terrain generation here in Minecraft. And this to me looked like Pride Rock from The Lion King, so that's why I was singing, trying to sing. Let me correct myself, trying to sing. But as you can see, and here's the rest of the savannah, and you can see some of the trees like over there. Now, they are made of jungle wood, so you're not going to get new types of wood, but they generate like trees in the African savannah. And I am so waiting for lions, guys. So waiting for lions. But as you can see, you know, you do get some really cool generation with the regular parts or the regular terrain generation. Now, one of the things that has been updated, and we'll get to the rest of the terrain updates in a minute, but we're right next to an ocean, so we'll just head down there, and I want to show you guys a couple of things. First of all, there have been some major changes to fishing, and oh, right, that's the other thing I meant to show you guys. When you land from a certain height, boom, particles, kind of cool. We will do some fishing, and also you can enchant your fishing rods with lure 3 or lure 1 through 3, and you can get that by enchanting at an enchanting table or by getting a book. And also luck of the sea, and lure 3 makes it more likely for you to catch a fish. Luck of the sea makes it more likely for you to get something rare. And as you can see, there are 3 new types of fish: pufferfish, clownfish, and raw salmon. Now, pufferfish and clownfish you can eat raw. You can also eat a raw salmon, but you can also cook a raw salmon. And raw salmon gives you 1 hunger point, and a cooked one gives you 3. This gives you a half. And, well, let me show you what the pufferfish does. Let's go ahead and eat ourselves a pufferfish while on survival and see what happens. So let's say we caught this guy out of the ocean there, really hungry, right? Well, let me run down my hunger a little bit. Okay, guys, I ran down my hunger a little bit, and let's eat it because, you know, we need it. We need to eat, right? So let's see what happens. And you get poisoned with poison 4, hunger 3, and nausea 2. So, guys, oh god, do not want to eat a pufferfish. It will. It's cave spider bad, guys. See, half a heart now, and look at my hunger going down. So yeah. Definitely, you know, you thought and look, I'm still poisoned this whole time, so I'm just sitting here. I'm a sitting duck. If anything comes and hits me, I'm done. And yeah, so we can eat the clownfish, and as you guys can see, 1 hunger point, and this will give me 1 hunger point. Or if I cook it, it'll give me 3. Let's eat something a little bit nicer. Let's get some steak. That'll do. All right, so now let's, well, we're still poisoned, but hopefully, and we can't overcome that. That's poison 4, so that will drain your health as fast as regen 4 will make it up. So as you can see, as soon as I gain any health, it takes it right back away. So there we go. So we're heading back up now. Fishing has changed, and let's see. You guys see the particles there? It's really, maybe let me cast a little bit closer, and you guys can see it. There we go, and you can see the particles running around. And you'll see when a fish is about to come, I don't know why it's floating in the air, it'll make like a beeline toward it. So let's see. See all the fish jumping around, the little splashes. And if you look really closely, oh, here he comes. Ooh, got him. And I caught a salmon. So that's cool. And which one was I using there? That was the lure 3. So let's try the luck of the sea. And you don't always catch fish. You can catch items, and you can catch enchanted books. You can catch an old shoe, which is actually just some very used leather boots, which I think is hilarious. Let's see if we can catch something else here. But and if you look really closely, you can actually see the fish if it's close to you under the water, where those splashes are coming. And then it makes it a little bit easier with this way, and it makes it a little bit more fun that you can see the fish about to hit your bait. And oh, too early. Okay, one more time. I got a little bit excited there. But I do want to show you guys. Let's see if we can get something other than a fish. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I caught a lot of fish, but I haven't caught any of the rare items, and I may be doing it incorrectly. I know that it is available on the Snapshot, but I don't know exactly how to do it, and I just keep catching fish, so there may be another way, but it is possible, and you can get things like, there are 7 like treasure items you can get, enchanted fishing rods, name tags you can fish, lily pads, like I said, the books, you can get saddles, you can get junk, which is broken fishing rods, damaged leather boots, those sort of things, and of course the 4 fish. Now, speaking of water, there is now a potion of water breathing. I'm not really sure how you get it or how you brew it. Obviously, you have to brew it, but if you take it, let's get some milk because the effect is going to be annoying, and I'm sure you guys see that. But we'll take care of that in a minute. So what you do is drink the potion of water breathing. Well, game mode S. Drink the potion of water breathing and go into the water. And as you guys can see, it is better than a helmet because you can breathe indefinitely underwater. You know, the enchants on the helmet do make you breathe slower, but your air still runs out. But with this potion, it's like having fire protection in lava. It's just infinite until obviously until the potion runs out. So let's drink the milk so we can get rid of that effect. Now, of course, you guys are here to see the biomes, and I'll take you to a biome right now that will show off all of the flowers and stuff. So let me TP there. So guys, here are some of the new flowers. Of course, we do have our rose and dandelions still. But yeah, put them in frames because I want to show you guys something cool about frames. And also, this is a new dirt block. This is in the Mega Taiga biome. And right now it's called Podzol. I don't know if that's the name it's going to stay, but it looks like pine needles on the ground. Here, let me just see. You guys can check it out. Pretty cool. And you can find it in the Mega Taiga biome. I did not find one in this seed. And obviously, as you saw when I broke it, without Silk Touch, it just turns into regular dirt. So let me show you something with the item frames, which is new. Check it out. Boom, look at that. Did you see it? The item frame doesn't pop off anymore unless you want it to. See, it takes 2 shots to knock off the item frame. So that's really cool. So that's a poppy. And so we've got here blue orchid. And then here we have allium. And here, wow, that one shot far, far away. And it went behind here. Or did it? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. We got azure bluette, and we have a red tulip, and an orange tulip, and a white tulip, and a pink tulip, and finally the ox-eye daisy. And it's called ox-eye. I think it has something to do with I think it's Jeb's company, Ox-Eye. I'm not sure, but someone was mentioning that on Reddit. Now, there are a few other things over here. And I put these separately because they kind of operate a little differently. As you can see over there, the lilac, you see it's 2 high. These are all 1 high, and then these are 2 high. This is the sunflower, as you guys can, well, there it is, sunflower. And this is lilac. This is double tall grass. This is a large fern. And I love popping it off without breaking the item frame. It's so amazing. So much needed. Give me that. And then we've got rose bushes. And we have peonies. So let me show you what happens with all of these. And we are in a flower forest. So there are flowers everywhere. I'll show you guys that in a minute. I just want to show you guys why I separated some of the stuff. First of all, if you take regular grass and you bone meal it, it becomes double tall. So it's really cool. So you can make like a really cool tall grass forest. Well, that one's not going to go there because something in the way, but kind of cool. Then we have, of course, over here, we have the lilacs. Now, if you break it, it's just going to give you a single lilac. And if you want to make more, all you have to do is bone meal them, and they'll drop additional ones. Per bone, each bone meal drops an additional lilac. Same goes for the rose bushes. Same deal. You can get more rose bushes like that. Just keep right-clicking. And yeah, collect a bunch. Little disappointed. Some people are definitely going to be disappointed that there is no more rose flower. I'll show you guys. Let me go to game mode C. And as you guys can see, we've got rose bush only. So people are going to be pretty disappointed with that. So also with the other things that we can bone meal would be, well, a large fern is going to be a large fern, but you can take a small fern and bone meal it to a large fern, and this is how they look. And I think it'd be cool to make like a forest or something. Peonies, same deal. Put it there, and they're this tall. Bone meal them, get more. That sort of thing. So you guys want to see this biome, I'm sure. And also, guys, for every biome I visit, including the seed, I'm gonna put the seed in the details in the description and all the coordinates of all the biomes I've visited. So this is the flower forest, and as you guys can see, there are flowers everywhere. So good for collection, for decoration of your house or what have you. Rose bushes, peonies, all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. I mean, there's a ton of flowers everywhere. And yeah, look at this. It's crazy, right? Look at everywhere. Just almost every single block is covered with some sort of flower. So, and you can see cool terrain generation over here. The extreme hills biomes are very, very different than they used to be. They are a lot more extreme, more hills. So extreme hills plus maybe. So let's go to the next biome. And it's kind of one of my favorites. It is called a roofed forest. So let me TP there. Okay, guys, here we are, and we're right over a regular taiga biome, and this is the roofed forest. And you can see why it's called that, because there's very little airspace that you can see above. And this is a small version of it, but I really liked this one because you can see from above, there are actually large mushrooms like in a mushroom biome, red one and brown one there. And yeah, let's go check it out so you guys can see what it looks like inside the biome here. And you can see that we've got some of the tall ferns, large ferns here. And as we go in here, you see how wide the trees are, and they kind of stick out like that. And I mean, you really don't, it's all shaded completely in. And there's the mushroom, and I just think it's awesome. It kind of reminds me of a rainforest with short trees. I really, really like it. I think this is an awesome new biome. It's just a variation on a forest, but it just gives you this feeling of being just closed in and a little scared, but also just, I don't know. I just love the new terrain generation. So we're gonna go to the next one, which actually is my complete favorite. Okay, guys, we're in a savanna biome, and you guys saw in the beginning that sort of semi-extreme savanna biome, but this is a more normal savanna biome. A little bit of a plateau up there, but mostly it's flat, and it's got all these trees, and I mean, look at this, guys. It is so awesome. We need some like African animals like lions and elephants and all that stuff. I feel like I'm on safari in this biome. I just love it so much. It is definitely my favorite new biome. Some of the other ones are interesting, and the roofed forest is cool, but I just love the way the trees look. It just gives me this feeling of actually being there with the tall grass and everything. Really, really cool job. And you know, they didn't even have to change the jungle wood. It just it works. It just works. All right, we're on to the next biome. Okay, guys, and this is just a variation on a plains biome. It is called a sunflower plains, and it's full of sunflowers. Now, currently, the sunflowers always point east. I don't know if they're supposed to track the sun or not, or if they're going to, but if you have a sunflower in your possession, although you could just bring up your coordinates, but it is kind of cool that they always point east. So, yeah, as you guys can see here, they're pointing this way, which is east, always due east. So that's cool. But yeah, if you need sunflowers, sunflower plains is where you want to be. All right, and on to the next one. Now, I know you guys are like, jungle biome, not new. Well, that is true, but they did work on the generation of jungle trees, and as you guys can see, they have sort of branches a little bit. You can see them there branching off. And the other thing they added is spawning of melons in jungle biomes, which I think is really cool, and it makes sense because we see pumpkins, so why not have melons spawning in the jungles? So you will find that in jungle biomes, and it just so happened that there was a temple there, and I thought I'd show it off. All right, and yeah, you guys can see some more of the branches like that, and they're kind of like the savanna branches on the trees in the savannas, but very cool. All right, on to the next one. Okay, guys, now one of the things they also did was shrink oceans. And I was TPing around and flying around, and I found this. Now, I don't know in the shrinking of the oceans if they made mushroom islands bigger or not, but this thing is pretty large. I've only found one before, and that was in one of my mod reviews. And this thing is huge. So I don't know if they're normally this huge and the other one I found was small, or if they've upgraded the size and the terrain. But this thing is huge. Yeah, and I don't know if they're normally this hilly or not, but I think they are. But anyway, this is the mushroom biome in this seed as well. And it's not too far from spawn, I guess. It's pretty far. But anyway, that is where it is. And we're on to one more biome. Okay, guys, this is a really cool biome too. I don't really know what we do with it, but first of all, there is a different ice block. And as you guys can see, it is more opaque than the ice block you're used to. And yeah, it's in the ice plain spikes biome. And this is naturally generated. There's no mods here or anything like this. These are just, you'll be going through some sort of ice plains biome and boom, this thing will pop up. And these crazy like castle-like structures made from this ice. And this is a fairly large one. I found a smaller one before and it wasn't that impressive. So I came across this one and I was like, oh, I'm going to show this one to these guys. So yeah, it is pretty cool. I don't know if they have any plans to do anything with these ice spike towers. Like, I don't know, make some sort of dungeons in them or something like that. That would be really cool. But anyway, pretty cool. Now, there are a couple of biomes that I was not able to find on the seed. I looked and basically it's the canyon biome that Jeb tweeted out. He called it, I think, the disco biome. I can't seem to find one. I think that they're gonna be near deserts, and they're also currently bugged. So even if you do find one currently, they're working on fixing it, but it sort of just doesn't exist. All the blocks are missing. So and I think it's because they're made from hardened clay. Could be wrong, but anyway, this is a really huge ice plain spikes biome that is awesome. God, I didn't even explore the whole thing. I didn't realize that it went this far out, but very cool. Now, a couple of minor changes, but really cool changes is they've made a sugarcane biome specific. So it changes colors depending on what biome it's in. So as you can see here, this is in a river biome here. And as soon as we place one in a desert biome, you can see a difference in color, which I think is really nice and realistic. And I love the new coloration. It's not just that like limey green color anymore. This is a little bit more organic, but nonetheless very cool. I wonder how much different it is in a jungle. Let's go check it out. So actually, you guys can get a good idea of there's, I think, at least 3 variations of color. So as you can see, the green is really bright here in Jungle Edge. And then we're in River here, which is the same as here, I think. Yep. And then there's the third color, which is Desert. So you can get a good idea of the 3 different colors at this point, and might be even different in a swamp. But very cool. So many updates, guys. It really makes me want to start a new survival world in 1.7 just to try out these new biomes. I won't, don't worry, but I'm a little worried about what the Biome Generation is going to do to my current world. But we're going to have to find out how they're going to integrate it because I want some of this stuff. Really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the Snapshot video. Please leave a rating and subscribe if you want to see more Snapshot videos, more Minecraft stuff. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. And of course, noodle on.